Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about a video to watch if she just broke up with you. So if you've just gone through a breakup, then this video is for you. Now the first thing that you want to do if you're going through this experience, especially if you got dumped, right? If she broke up with you, you got dumped, you feel like your heart's been stomped on, right? And you're wondering what to do. You're wondering what the best response is to this situation, because perhaps maybe you want to turn it around, perhaps you want it to become more attracted to you again, perhaps you want the relationship to be salvaged in some way. So the best thing that you need to focus on when a woman immediately breaks up with you is you want to accept the breakup. So if a woman says she no longer wants to be with you, the best thing for you to say, the best response that you can have, is to actually say, okay, well, I want to be with someone that loves me, and obviously you deserve to be with someone that, you want to be with too. So yeah, okay, you're welcome to leave. I hope you have a great life, and I wish you the best. I want to be with someone that loves me too. So if you don't love me anymore, then yeah, I mean, I agree. We should break up. You should go. And basically, that's the kind of vibe that you want to put across, and those are the kind of words that you want to use when a woman breaks up with you. Now, it may be the case that you've already done the opposite of that, which was beg, plead, try to keep her, those kinds of things. So it may be impossible for you to do that now. But if you're still in that moment of like, oh my God, she literally just broke up with me, what do I do? What do I say? Then that's exactly what you say. You say something along those lines, okay? You're accepting the breakup. You're not fighting for her. You're letting her leave. You're letting her leave, okay? So the next thing that you want to do, if you haven't done so already though, is to apologize for any wrongdoing on your part, right? That's another thing that you want to sort of verbalize and express or text, right? But if you've already done that, if you've already apologized, then you don't need to do it anymore. You don't need to do it again. But if you did do something, let's say, for example, she broke up with you because you cheated, then and you haven't apologized for that yet, then you need to apologize for it, okay? So you want to basically clear your conscience, okay? Say like, I'm really sorry that I did this. I'm sorry that I did that. You're not asking her for anything though. You're not asking any questions to her. All you're saying is, okay, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that, and I wish you the best. You don't want to ask her any questions. You don't want to be like, well, hey, how are you? Right? Because that's showing that you're trying to get a response out of her. You basically just want to like, almost like write a statement, right? I'm just sorry about this, I'm sorry about that, and I wish you the best. And that's it. You don't want to be offering any other kind of information about yourself or asking her questions. If you get a response to that, then be careful, because we have to look very carefully at the kind of response that you get. If she says, okay, thank you, then you don't need to respond to that. But if she says, okay, thank you, how are you doing? Then you can respond to that. But if she's just sending a, okay, thank you for apologizing, or something that's just like a one-worded sentence that hasn't asked you a question, then you need to leave it as that. Okay, and when you've done those two things, right, where you've accepted the breakup and you've apologized for any wrongdoing on your part, then what you need to do then is you have to apply no contact, okay? You apply no contact by not messaging her, not calling her up. You don't want to be liking anything on her social media posts, on her pages. You don't want to be watching her stories. You don't want to be doing anything. So basically, when she opens her phone, her screen is basically completely black when it comes to you. There's no notifications from you. There's no, when she opens Instagram or Facebook and she looks at who's viewed her stories, you're not there. Your name is not there. And that's what you got to do. You got to do no contact. Now, when it comes to the amount of time that you want to do no contact for, you want to do no contact forever, okay? Because there are some coaches here online that will say, oh, you need to wait a month, or you need to wait 2 months, and then you can message her. No contact is forever. If it was her idea to leave, then it has to be her idea to come back, which means she has to chase you, she has to reach out to you, she has to, start talking to you again, okay? So that's what got to happen. Now, of course, that's a lot easier said than done, because if you still care about her and you still love her, then you're going to probably want to try and fight for the relationship. You're probably going to want to try and message her and contact her. But again, like I said, if it was her idea to leave, it has to be her idea to come back. If she feels like she needs space away from you, so much space that she's dumped you, okay, then she needs to sit with her feelings, lay in the bed that she's made. And if she really does still care about you, then what she'll do, once she realizes that you're not talking to her and you're not chasing her, she's going to start to fear that she's lost you. Okay? But she can't fear that she's lost you if you're still in your DMs. If you're still in her DMs. If you're still talking to her and still messaging her, still liking her stuff, watching her stories, she knows that you still care somewhat. and she has to feel like you've moved on, like you don't care anymore. Okay, like you're done. Okay, which is why as well that you put across when she dumps you that, okay, I want to be with someone that loves me. If you don't love me anymore, then I agree, we should definitely break up. Yeah? She has to feel like she's lost you because maybe she's bluffing. Okay, so you got to call her bluff and say, like, okay, if you don't want to be with me, that's fair enough. I don't want to be with you. If you don't want to be with me, I'm going to go find someone that does want to be with me. Okay, and if she doesn't really mean what she says, or she changes her mind, then what will happen is that she'll come back. She'll simply just come back. She'll simply just start trying to re-enter your life in some way. Now, you got to be careful with how this may happen, though, because you got to watch out for the signs and the clues, because a woman may not directly say that, oh, I miss you, I want to get back together with you. Okay, a lot of women will not, or most people in general, it can be guys who have broken up with women, they're not necessarily going to say, I miss you, I want to get back together with you, I made a mistake in dumping you. They're not necessarily going to be that direct. So what you'll see is there'll be like subtle clues. So this is what happened with me, with an ex that wanted to come back into my life. So we'd broken up, and we weren't friends on like Facebook or Instagram or anything else anymore. And basically what happened is the first sign, she re-added me on Facebook. She sent me a friend request. And at that stage, I wasn't really bothered. I thought that maybe she just wanted to stalk me and see if I was dating anyone new, so I just let her. So I accepted the friend request. And then I did nothing else. I didn't message her. I didn't do anything. I just accepted the friend request. And then a couple of days later, she reached out to me and she was saying, hey, how are you? And she started to talk to me quite heavily, right? She didn't have any ulterior motives either. It's not like she still had things at my place or I had anything at hers. It was a situation where she was solely inquiring about me. And that's another key, okay? If your ex reaches out to you and starts talking to you, but in the same conversation, she's asking about, oh, can you pick up our kid from football practice, or oh, can I come and collect my stuff? That's not a good sign, because she's got ulterior motives. The reason she's reaching out to you is because she wants something from you, or she wants you to do something. But if she's just inquiring about you and she's just saying, hey, how are you? What have you been up to? And she's not asking for anything else, and she's not asking you to do something, that's a good sign, okay? And that was the sign that I got from the ex that I had that tried to get back into my life. She was just solely inquiring about me, asking how I was, asking what I've been up to. She wasn't asking for anything else. There was no ulterior motive, okay? Now, we almost actually started to hang out and meet up again, but I decided that I no longer wanted to be with her because there was a few issues that she had that I just wasn't happy with, and I was actually really glad of the fact that we weren't together anymore because of these strange behaviors that she had and all these red flags, and I didn't want to get back together with her or start meeting up or hanging out with her again. So I didn't entertain that anymore, and I stopped talking to her eventually, okay? And nothing ever came of it when she did start reaching out to me again. Okay, but that's basically what you'll see if a woman wants to come back into your life. She'll test the waters first. She'll send you a friend request. She'll send you a hey, how are you? Okay, without any ulterior motives. And that's basically how you know if she still is interested in you. Now, if she's not interested in you anymore and she's glad that the breakup happened, you'll just never hear from her again. So it's always a good idea to not be waiting by the phone, waiting for her to come back into your life. It's always the best idea is to just try and move on immediately. Start focusing on other things. You don't want to be focusing on her anymore, because where you put your attention is where your energy is going to go. So if you're focused on like looking through old messages that you both had, rereading and overanalyzing old messages, looking through photos of her, stalking her social media profiles, you're basically putting all of your energy into her. So basically you want to put your energy into other things. That may be other women that you can date, inspiring goals for yourself, because basically now that you've had this breakup, there's going to be a void, okay? There's going to be a vacuum that used to be spent with her, okay? So basically you want to fill it with other stuff. Okay, you want to fill it with inspiring goals that you may have. You want to focus it on other women and dating and all those kinds of things. Okay, you don't want to be filling that void with more stuff about her, like following her social media pages, stalking her social media pages, overanalyzing old text messages, listening to music that puts you in a sad mood and you wallow over her. You don't want to be doing any of that. Where your focus goes, energy. Well, yeah, where your energy goes. Wait, I'm saying this wrong. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Okay, so you want to take all of the focus off of her, focus on other stuff, and that will help you move on quicker as well. Because if you're just dwelling on her all the time, it's going to take you a long time to move on. But if you're dwelling on other things that are interesting, then that's going to help a lot better, okay? And that's going to make you move on faster. So don't wait around for her, because she might come back, but she also might not. And you don't want to be living in limbo. You've got to move on with your life and progress through your life, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you would like help with a specific situation, then please go to www.christinelovage.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.